Whale Bay.
Welcome back, everybody. We're doing more tour races. What is it?
For some reason.
Yeah. Because I want that chicken, man.
Well, we could do the thing with Diddy Kong.
Sunk cost. We're already halfway to getting chicken. And
That's
you never...
a fallacy.
But I'm choosing not to say it with the word fallacy on the end.
That's true.
Anyways, we should think of a new funny... Not funny, but just, you know, interesting tier list idea. Like we've done the tier list of fruit. We've done the tier list of alcoholic beverages. What about tier list of games made by Rareware? Like in their golden day. On the Nintendo 64.
Okay, so Banjo-Kazooie's S.
Banjo-Kazooie is definitely an S.
Banjo-Tooie's probably A.
If you say so. I don't remember it that well.
I mean, it's still just Banjo-Kazooie. It's just less like tight and put together. I can't speak for Jet Force Gemini because I never really played it.
I finished it completely. It's maybe a C at best. It's not a fantastic game.
Everyone loves the shit out of it, though.
Do they?
I don't know why.
Do they?
I could not tell you why.
Well, okay. Donkey Kong 64.
B.
B.
It's pretty broken in a lot of ways, and like it's not like it's got some problems, but it is still pretty charming. And like I have super fond memories of it. Part of that is probably to do with place and time, but I think that's true.
I also have super fond memories of it. I played it to 102%.
101.
Is that 101?
Yeah.
Okay, I remember it goes over.
Although it would be 101, I guess, or 102, I guess, if you got the.
I think it might be Donkey Kong Country 3 that has 102% or 103% or something like that.
You know, Donkey Kong 64 is the one that has the like collectible that's not listed anywhere. And it's just sort of like an accident. Which is funny. I remember it because where I played a lot of that game was on this little like 12-inch tube TV at my dad's work.
What?
When I would go to his shop with him and just sit back in his office while he was working and play that.
Got lucky there.
I was pretty young, and those were days where like we didn't have where I wasn't in like daycare or something. So I remember that. I remember like playing a bunch, going and ordering Chinese food for lunch, and then like playing some more stuff like that. So it's like tied up in these pretty fun memories.
Yeah.
Which definitely helps. But like that's sort of a given with like nostalgic games anyway. I mean, it was a functioning game that had a lot of like fun memories. So
Yeah.
So I'd give it a B.
Okay.
I'd also give GoldenEye a B.
I agree with that. The control scheme obviously doesn't hold up, but at the time, very fun, but I wasn't like in love with it the way that other people were.
Yeah.
Man.
I think a lot of people love it because it sort of was like the game that introduced them to
First-person shooters. Yeah.
But if you go back, it's super like weird and janky. You know, honestly, what I'd give an A, I would give Perfect Dark.
Oh, really? Okay. I never touched Perfect Dark.
That's what we should play. I want to play that game.
Okay.
I want to go back because I think it's time that something I like is ruined.
Okay.
I want to go back and play that game.
Sure. I mean, it's a big missing hole in my my shelf.
Okay, great.
Oh, good. I should go from 8 to first. I'm happy with that.
But I think honestly, like that game was not really in like my genre wheelhouse. I feel like it's sort of like a cross between GoldenEye and Half-Life.
Speaking of games I want us to play, Half-Life 1. The remake. remade version, Black Mesa, really good.
Do you know anything about the new one?
Half-Life Alyx? I know it's really good.
I'd like to try it.
I need to have an Oculus Rift or something, VR for PC. Now I have a computer that could run it, but that's a hell of a price entry.
You're like $700 or something. Yeah.
At least 400, which I'm not gonna drop lightly.
Unless it's on Warhammer.
Treasure cave.
Shut the fuck up.
I'm talking to me.
Okay. Can't wait till Christmas.
Yeah.
We know what's happening.
Oh yeah. By the way, everyone, just so you know, it was recently my birthday, so.
Yes, it was Sid's birthday.
Pretty cool.
I remember that I gave you Tony Hawk.
Yeah, but I didn't ask for it.
Alright. Well, that's all it takes to convince me. Oh, damn. What? Did you see that?
Yeah.
That was awesome.
You lost no speed.
Yeah. Oh, that's the key. Just predict them.
I will
call
say,
that shit.
this isn't meant to, like, guilt trip you into anything.
Oh, so it's definitely meant to get me to do something.
Yeah, but not, like, related to anything financial.
Huh.
More like, I want to see you use that fucking Doom cannon.
Doom cannon?
Doomsayer.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Well, my rule with myself about, like, playing and making Age of Calamity content is that I'm gonna do it to relax after spending 4 months straight working on a video.
Yeah.
You know, I'll do it because I want to do it, and the time frame that I want to do. Like, people are like asking, like, "Are you gonna stream it? Are you gonna stream it?" Like, no, I just want to enjoy the fucking game and not share my experience with the world. You know, like streaming a game and playing a game in private and playing a game in like Let's Play are 3 extremely different things.
Yeah, that's true.
And I think I understand the impulse, but sometimes it's easy to forget, like, that you actually give up a little bit for making content on stuff, because, like, that's why I enjoy games.
Yeah.
Can't quite enjoy them the same way. So I decided to take that one from me. I gave the world enough Hyrule Warriors 1 content. I think I've earned it. Alright, one more. The fucking Europe Village thing. You want to do that one or me?
Yeah, I'll do it.
Okay.
Or I guess you'll do it, but I'll attempt it first.
Okay.
We were on the tier list, so we've got Banjo-Kazooie S, Banjo-Tooie A,
Yeah.
Perfect Dark A, GoldenEye B. What else was B? Donkey Kong Super 64 B. Jet Force Gemini C. Your experience may vary. Whatever.
What else was there?
I mean, I'd honestly give this
What about Diddy Kong Racing? Yeah.
B, C.
Boulder candy.
Like, I mean, it's fine, but there's just not much to it.
Yeah. I might give it a... Yeah, I mean, some stages are great.
One of the big issues with Jet Force Gemini is that the soundtrack is pretty fucking great.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't remember that because I didn't pick up on that stuff back when I was a kid.
Yeah, and I think that, like that's a big, kind of a big thing with how you experience the game is like if the music is really good, it gets in you.
Okay.
Wow, this is. I know I don't want to do this. I don't want to drive a fucking one of these things. So you could give it more points based on that, but I just feel weird saying that like Jet Force Gemini is the worst Rare game.
I have no problem saying that personally.
Oh wait, did Rare do Buck Bumble?
No, they did not.
Okay.
I'm pretty certain.
It feels sort of like something they would do, but also it feels like it was way worse than something they would do. I don't remember.
Yeah. Oh, Conker's Bad Fur Day.
C.
You would give it a C.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I mean, like, I've only experienced it recently, and it infuriated me. for a majority of the playthrough.
Never forget it.
Yeah. That's, like, in large part why it's not like B. It gets memorable. And it was, like, definitely gets points for being something pretty unique in its time.
Yeah.
In terms of, like,
Even
something
still.
done by a reasonably mainstream studio. I mean, in its death throes, in a sense, yes.
Yeah. I feel like we might be missing something else that they made that's big.
Yeah, I'm not sure what. I feel like we're also definitely missing a bunch of like small ball stuff they did.
Fucking grabbed by the ghoulies or whatever.
Just grab him by the ghoulies, sir. Yeah, stuff like that. I don't know.
Okay then, next tier list idea.
Yeah,
Something to occupy our brains while we're doing this dry-ass battle.
You know what this
race.
castle looks like? It looks like you should be having your peasants build it in Warcraft 3.
Would you ever want to do like a game like that on this?
Yeah, sure. Like, those are a type of game that I always enjoyed.
I think you would be infuriated by the way I would play naturally, where I would just spend an hour like trying to clear out every single tree on the whole map.
Yeah, I would definitely be driven mad. Because
I would not attack the enemy until I have a full capacity army.
Yeah, that would drive me nuts. Because, like, my thing with games, and you know this, is that, like, I don't like to play them as games necessarily. I like to play them as, like, a narrative. Which is to say, I feel like it should be hard. Like, I like to make decisions that aren't necessarily optimal in pursuit of, like, making it more compelling, in a sense. Where it's like, yeah, I could sit back and be defensive the whole game and definitely win with an overwhelming army, but that's not, like, a very, like, interesting story for, like, the mission. Whereas, like, starting to push out when you're a little weak, leaving yourself a bit vulnerable to, like, counterattacks, and, like, inching forward and having to run back and defend your base, and then, like, getting to the objective with, like, barely anything left. It's, like, sort of a more compelling, like, gameplay narrative.
Yeah, I get you.
Or, like, it's the reason that I always play, like, games on a slightly harder difficulty. Right out the gate. Because, like, if it's super easy, then, especially in a game that has its own story, with, like, high stakes, and you just cakewalk through a bunch of stuff, and then you, like, get to a cutscene, and they're like, oh, thank God, we barely made it! And it's like, did we? This was easy.
Yeah, that was why when I was playing Hyrule Warriors 2 earlier, there's the second mission is when the first ever Guardian like becomes hostile and attacks Zelda for no reason. So you're supposed to run away from it, but it's like, fuck it, I'm just gonna fight it. And I fought it and got it down to like 25% health, and there was like a mandatory cutscene, and then I just finished it off. And I was like, huh, it wasn't that hard. And then I went back to that mission on hard, and it was way harder, so I was like, oh, I'm gonna run away from this thing and see what happens. And there's like a whole other set of missions and things you can do. And I was like, oh, well, I missed the whole level.
Yeah.
That sucks. So I bump it up to hard when I'm playing single player, because it's just more, it takes a little bit longer to like cut through some health bars, but like you have that ebb and flow of like, oh shit, I really need to be careful right now, like I can't make any mistakes.
Yeah, I like that, and I like the feeling of like I like playing, for example, like the Halo games on a harder difficulty was fun, because it's like, I want to feel like I'm the only one who can do this. And I would still want it to be like hard, like I'm a super soldier, basically human god warrior, but I still have to like be strategic.
Yeah.
But I also didn't want to like necessarily play it on a difficulty that's like bullshit. Like Halo Legendary, where you're just like, man, what am I gonna pair with this plasma pistol?
That's like the only way you can get through it.
Yeah. And like the Call of Duty games, on Veteran were like that a lot.
Yeah.
Where they just like spawn grenades like behind you. To make it harder, like if you find like a defensible position, then just like, here's some grenades!
Yeah, you can have like some long pitch battles trying to get to the next like save point, and then just like make a tiny decision and you're dead. Which I think real life combat would be even worse than that.
Well, yeah, but like the point of it, video games, has never been to simulate real life combat. Because real life combat is fucking insane.
Yeah.
Like, for all the, like, I don't even know what I was supposed to do there that comes into, like, video game combat that gets people salty. You just die in real life.
Yes,
like,
yes.
Immediately. And it's like, it doesn't matter what decisions you make. But, like, that's the difference. Like, a video game is, like, designed in order to have, like, I don't know, like, some sense of, like, what the hell was that?
I accidentally did a flip.
Huh.
Yep.
And you farted.
Yep. There's no way I'm getting... Look at first, second, and third. What the fuck's wrong with this game?
Wow. Expertly dodged. Yeah. So, I don't know, I like, but I also, like, with, going back to sort of where this started, I guess, like, with RTS games, difficulty has always been a little bit hard to figure out for me, like, where I actually want it, because
Haunted Woods.
the way they tend to make the AI better is by letting them cheat on resources and army supply and stuff.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Yeah.
That's what I didn't like about the recent game I was reviewing, Fire Emblem Fates, where like in the late game on the path that's really like specifically meant to be really hard, like you can give your character certain skills and like you put them in classes for a certain amount of time, so I almost felt like I was going for silver coins for a minute there.
Yeah.
And so
I feel like on this map, the silver coin route sort of teaches you a semi-optimized route.
Yeah.
This part.
Yeah. But like, so you can build your character in different ways and like put different skills on them that help match them. But the enemy just starts like having these builds that would be impossible to throw against you. And it's like, okay, well I'm just facing, you know, like it's not an even, but like an even fight, but the enemy like has better ground, or I need to like figure it out. I'm just facing any enemy in a one-on-one fight will just destroy me. So it's down to just playing it in a really, really specific way that's a little bit cheesy, and I don't like that on the harder mode for that one at least.
Yeah.
But the older ones were kind of like, yeah, it was really tough, but if you learned the systems and you like were smart about how you deployed and did things, you could still take it. So.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Diddy Kong wasn't in second place, which means I'm probably gonna have gold.
Which, like, I didn't like that about the Advance Wars games. Like, the hard difficulties...
I don't like Advance Wars.
I liked them, but one of the things the hard difficulties did was they just reduced the cost of the enemy's units.
Ugh.
So they could just buy more stuff than you could.
Yeah.
Which is just an annoying way to do that.
Yeah.
Alright, well, we'll continue next time, everybody.
Yeah, we're gonna get Drumstick. It's exciting, trust me.
Drumstick.